Hi, it's Janelle with Parsnips and Parsimony, and today is my 24-week pregnancy update video. Now today I am 24 weeks and 1 day pregnant, and I know I've lost about a month of pregnancy updates. Things got super insane around here. My husband's busy time at work is usually that last month of August. And without fail, it was insane around here. I had a couple goals for myself for the month of August. One was just to stay alive and to survive his busy season, to keep providing good quality meals for my family, and lastly, I wanted to keep the house as tidy as possible. So those three things, without having him around much, really was all consuming of my time, and filming a pregnancy update video just was not going to happen. Things have quieted back down, and I'm hoping to get back into my regular filming schedule. I've been feeling very well the last 4 weeks, but I do have a couple of mild pregnancy symptoms, or complaints if you want to call them, that one of them is being my dreams at night. I have the worst vivid dreams that I actually remember what they are in the morning, and it makes for a very unrestful sleep at night. So I wake up in the morning and I'm just like, I'm so tired. Even if I go to bed early, it still doesn't help. The other thing is I'm now having to get up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom. And that, I think, also contributes to not sleeping well. My restful state is not what it normally is, and that's made it challenging trying to keep up with just everyday life. I find that I really need some sort of rest in the afternoon, even if it's only for 10 or 15 minutes. Now, I mentioned about having some Braxton Hicks. There hasn't been anything with regularity to them, not like my last couple pregnancies, but I'm trying very hard to stay hydrated, which has been challenging this summer. The other concern I have is I don't want to end up going into preterm labor like I did with Grace. Now, I was 30 weeks pregnant when I started having very regular, timeable contractions with her. So I'm still 6 weeks off from that mark, but I'm trying to be very proactive about that. I've stocked my cabinet with some chamomile tea, because that, if you watched my other pregnancy updates from Grace, you know that that was the one thing that my midwife highly suggested, was drinking several cups of strongly brewed chamomile tea every day to keep your uterus calm. The other thing I've been doing this time around that I wasn't doing when I was pregnant with Grace is I've been taking magnesium at night, and that also is known to relax your smooth muscles and keep everything calm. So I'm hoping that by doing a few of those things that I'm not going to have any problems this time around with consistent Braxton Hicks. One thing I have been starting to have is round ligament pain, and if you haven't had round ligament pain, consider yourself extremely fortunate, because it is very excruciatingly painful and debilitating. And it happens a lot now when I go for walks now. I haven't been doing a lot of walking because the round ligament pain is so painful. I do have a belly support that does help somewhat with that, and there's not always a rhyme or reason when the pain will strike. It'll just happen, and I take that as a very positive sign, because it's just a sign that this baby is growing and getting bigger, which I am ever so thankful for. It just comes with some discomforts like the round ligament pain. Last night I wasn't doing anything. It was just, it came out of the blue. I was getting ready to go on call, and all of a sudden, wow. And there's not a whole lot you can do other than lay down, put your feet up. Sometimes you can put ice or heat on the round ligaments for a few minutes. Sometimes that helps, sometimes it doesn't. Yesterday, I was in the middle of getting ready to go, so I could not lay down. And when I got down to the emergency squad, they looked at me and they were like, "Are you all right?" I'm like, "It'll go away. Don't worry about me." And within 20 minutes, it was gone. It was not an issue anymore. But it's just spasms of those muscles, and it can be very, very uncomfortable. As for weight gain, I'm up to 15 pounds at this point. I'm in a catch-22 with my eating, because As I said in my previous video, I was having some blood sugar issues, so I've been trying to really work with what I can eat, what I can't eat, what is causing me problems, and what's not enough food, what's too much food. It's really been more challenging this time around. I was also comparing this pregnancy with some of my other pregnancies, and some of them I'm a little bit heavier than I was in other ones, and some of them I'm actually under. So I'm right in that zone for where I stay. I've noticed some water retention. In fact, after my last video, I was really starting to pack on 2-3 pounds a week. It was really strange because I was like this, just going up ever so slightly for the first trimester, and then right around 18-19 weeks, it was shocking how much weight I put on. And I said to Art, this is horrifying, but it has evened out. And I'm hoping that will continue to just stay at a level pace and no more huge spikes like that. And when I did mention that to my midwife, she goes, that is so common, Janelle. You know, women usually have this big jump right at the start of their second trimester, and a lot of it is just fluid. So with that, I am just taking it in stride. I'm pretty well fully into maternity clothes. However, I do have a handful of tops that I can still fit that are more flowy, but they still work as, they're just regular clothes. They just work for maternity as well. And I have been still wearing my skirt that I purchased earlier this spring. Now, it's not a maternity skirt, but with the magic of belly bands, and if you haven't seen belly bands, I'll definitely put a link to some of them in Amazon. They are fabulous, and I love my belly bands. So what I've done is, this is just my regular skirt. I do not button it and I do not zip it. And you just slide the belly band over it, and it covers your entire belly, and it holds your pants up. And I am far more comfortable wearing that than some of my maternity clothes. Again, I've mentioned this in my other videos, I have a love-hate relationship with maternity pants because either they're too big, they're too tight, or they're too low cut, and then every time you bend over, the pants drop down, which just annoys me. So I'm really happy for my belly band solution, and it's been a huge help to me for this summertime pregnancy. I really can't believe that we have already made it to September. It seems like just the other day I found out I was pregnant. So we have part of September left, October, November, and then pretty much any time in December this baby could come. If you've watched my other videos, you know that most of my babies come anywhere from 2.5 weeks early up until 2 or 3 days early. So I'm thinking this baby's going to probably take the same route as all my other children, and my guess it's going to be like December 22nd, December 23rd. Maybe Christmas, we will see. Again, this baby does not feel like it's a huge baby. And with Grace, she was 3 days before her due date, and it was a good thing she cooked so much longer than some of my other kids, because she was a tiny baby. She was only 7 pounds 1 ounce compared to my other kids, and I don't feel like this is a large baby. I think it's going to be another small child, and the small ones seem to cook for a little bit longer. So let me give you a look at my belly shot right now. And here you can see the belly band I have on that just goes over my regular skirt, and you can pull this down as far as you want, and you could even fold this down too if you wanted your belly out. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, where we are planning to have another home birth for our 7th baby, and share this video with your pregnant friends or even your non-pregnant friends. And I love having the support in the community of all of you women just kind of cheering me on during these 9-10 months, and I'm looking forward to what could be a Christmas baby. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you for my next pregnancy update.